the problem is that we have no control over what happens once we submit all of the applications. The applications pre submission work has been done, all of the important documentation. We then depend entirely on the US entry system to facilitate our request to bring what will be one of the most exciting and economically important uh, sports tourism events to Fort Lauderdale, USA.
Ricky, tell us what happened yesterday. Obviously, it was unusual for an international game. The way you handled the West Indies board handled it, BCCI had. Tell us about that. It was how, as a president, how did you handle that? The both teams handled that, the mindset, everything.
You're talking about the baggage situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The game got delayed. Yeah.
first of all, let me say that since the pandemic, we've had major issues with international air transport and intra-regional air transport because several of the airlines have struggled to survive and have fewer planes, fewer pilots, etc., fewer just administrative capacity to supply the region. And we have had, first of all, because of the COVID protocols, and then subsequently because of the lack of commercial capacity, we've had to be chartering planes. And when you charter planes in this region, there are not a lot of planes sitting around. There are not a lot of planes waiting to go. You have to be completely at the airline's disposal. And to look at a long story short, with the large number of players and equipment and baggage that's being carried around by teams in international tours, it's very difficult to get the right size of equipment in a small area like the Caribbean, moving quickly, speedily, and effectively from one country to the next. And we had a situation where we just had 2 days in between the last match from Trinidad and the match in St. Kitts, and we were supposed to get an airline to cover for us and meet the backlog on Sunday. That didn't happen. We had to do it overnight Sunday, into Monday morning, the same match, day of the match. We got it, and so therefore we had to postpone the time. The time is set at 10:30 to meet primarily Asian prime time, as you would imagine, because it's the biggest, most successful market, and unfortunately we had to delay. We had the charter come in on Monday morning, and because of all kinds of issues, it was also short of other bags. So we then had to bring in more bags last night. So you'll notice that yesterday, I have to tell you, the Indian team was magnanimous. Even though they were not short of equipment, they were short more of clothing. And so some players had to share some shirts. You would have seen 2 or 3 players wearing the same name. But the captain was adamant that they've come to the Caribbean to play cricket, and that they will play cricket as long as they can. And so today, fortunately, everybody had their own clothing, and that's just the nature of the situation post pandemic here in the Caribbean.